It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are the fastest lap at the moment, 1:20.0. Leclerc, Senna, Schumacher, Piastri and Verstappen. We've been pushed down to P22.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the two DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and it's Ayrton Senna alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, Oscar Piastri and Verstappen, Tsunoda, Albon, Russell and Ollie Behrman, Gasly, Antonelli, Esteban Ocon and Colapinto, Doohan, Aaron, Gabriel Bortoleto and Zach O'Sullivan, Hakkinen, Hulkenberg, Hadja and Tim Tramnitz rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. All
Alright, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Yes, mate, I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Fantastic job, guys. Fantastic.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and, of course, the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time. It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around into...
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Here are the top 5 cars as things stand. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 06.2. Leclerc, Piastri, Russell, Verstappen and Senna.
Amazing job, lads. What a result.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. That gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Yuki Tsunoda completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Hamilton, George Russell and Verstappen, Senna, Ocon, Albon and Michael Schumacher, Gasly, Behrman, Isaac Hadjar and Hülkenberg, Doohan, Colapinto, Mika Häkkinen and Gabriel Bortoleto, Antonelli, Tramnitz, Aaron and Zach O'Sullivan rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. Interlagos, always one of my favourite weekends of the season. Love Brazil, adore this track.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Decent parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Second place, you're in second place. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, Russell's behind you now. They're on fresh mediums. And that's 13 laps now until your pit window's open. 34 laps to go. First position, front of the pack. Leclerc behind. They're on fresh mediums. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, 32 laps to go. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.2 seconds. Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Gap to your teammate behind, 15.9 seconds.
Okay, mate, okay.
Box, box, box. on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. P6, you got P6. Okay, so gap to the leader, 9.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Leclerc is behind you. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. You've got 20 laps left until the end. Alexander's in the pits. Alexander in the pits. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. As things stand, we'll be second in the championship. Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
Yep.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Green flag. We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.6 seconds. Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
That was good, bro. So much. Guys, thank you so much. Just keep pushing.
And Lewis Hamilton takes the checkered flag and once again wins. And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton, with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Have you got a moment? Need your input.
Good news. We've just completed the development of a part, and it's now ready for fitting. Be sure to check in at the Assign Upgrades screen when you get the chance.
Boss, need to make you aware of something. Another team has made an approach for one of the drivers we're talking to. It's hard to say how far it's gone, but if you're serious about signing them, I'd advise moving quickly. You can find more details in the driver contract screen.
Boss, we need your attention on something, please. Bit of an update here.
Well, it looked...
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.